Oh, hi there. Welcome to another Recommondays. My name's Mike, and my recommendation of the week is The Birth of a Nation. Now, I've been waiting for this movie for quite some time, ever since, the hype of it came out of Sundance. I always thought that it was cool that they were kind of taking back the name Birth of a Nation from D.W. Griffith. This movie was very hard to watch at some points. Obviously, it's a movie about slavery. Those movies are always hard to watch. But it was very well done, very artistic in a way, and it was kind of nice seeing a different side of slavery with slaves rising up and fighting for themselves. Nate Parker wrote, directed, produced, starred. He did pretty much all the big jobs, and you could tell that this was definitely a passion project of his. It's based on the true story of Nat Turner, who was I'm going to call him an abolitionist. If John Brown is an abolitionist, so is Nat Turner. He was an abolitionist who happened to be a slave who gathered a bunch of other fellow slaves together and rose up and tried to take over an armory in 1831. Nat Turner did exactly what John Brown did in, I believe it was 1854 with Bleeding Kansas. Exact same thing. Up until, when John Brown tried to take over an armory. He tries to do that in this too. Yet we call John Brown a hero and an abolitionist, and we continue to call Nat Turner a rebel slave. And if you don't see the problem with that, I don't know what to tell you. He did exactly what John Brown did, should be viewed exactly as John Brown is viewed, which I understand in the South, John Brown is not exactly well liked, but up here in the North, we kind of like him. This movie was incredibly powerful. It had intense moments, much like 12 Years a Slave, where it's just extremely hard to watch, but these things happen, which makes it that much more heartbreaking. It was also, composed with beautiful imagery, kind of dream sequences. For instance, there's this one where there's just a hand holding a cob of corn, an ear of corn, and blood just starts pouring out of it. And it's just filled with artistic imagery like that in a way that I haven't seen it done before, especially with a historical movie such as this. I love it when movies decide, when people decide to make movies based on history that most people don't know. I consider myself a huge history buff, but I have never heard of Nat Turner. At least that I can remember. It might have been said in passing at a point in school where I wasn't paying attention. It was a fascinating story, and definitely one that I guarantee is going to cause some controversy. And it's an incredible movie with incredible acting, great direction, beautiful cinematography. It was just an overall emotional experience, especially towards the end. It got more and more intense, and it was a well-formed film. It was just a very powerful movie. I highly suggest you go see it. Make your own opinion. Go see this movie. Tell me what you thought. I really enjoyed this movie. I think I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's just a very different historical movie that you don't really hear much about anymore. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. If you've seen The Birth of a Nation, comment down below what you thought. Start a dialogue about it, because I really enjoyed this movie. Over there, that's going to be Embrace of the Serpent, my review for that. This is going to be my review for The Invitation. And over there is last week's Glenn's Day, which was Edge of Tomorrow, even though he promised me he would go see Young Frankenstein. Under my face is Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Check out those. Talk to us. We're always posting on those. You can see what we're doing throughout the week. And yeah, have a great day.